I wonder how Mark Aurelius would ask to subscribe to his YouTube channel if he himself had a personal channel. Unfortunately, we do not know this. Well, let's start. You will hear many people saying, "When I am 50, I shall retire into leisure. When I am 60, I shall give up public duties." And what guarantee do you have of a longer life? Who will allow your course to proceed as you arrange it? Aren't you ashamed to keep for yourself just the remnants of your life and to devote to wisdom only that time which cannot be spent on any business? How late it is to begin really to live just when life must end. Seneca. On the shortness of life. Remember how long you've been putting this off, how many extensions the gods gave you and you didn't use them. At some point you have to recognize what the world it is that you belong to, what power rules it, and from what source you spring, that there is a limit to the time assigned you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and will never return. You are living as if destined to live forever. Your own frailty never occurs to you. You don't notice how much time has already passed, but squander it as though you had a full and overflowing supply, though all the while that very day which you are devoting to somebody or something may be your last. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. How late it is to begin really to live just when life must end. How stupid to forget our mortality and put off sensible plans to our 50th and 60th years, aiming to begin life from a point at which few have arrived. What would have become of Hercules, do you think, if there had been no lion, hydra, stag, or boar, and no savage criminals to rid the world of? What would he have done in the absence of such challenges? Obviously, he would have just rolled over in bed and gone back to sleep. So by snoring his life away in luxury and comfort, he never would have developed into the mighty Hercules. And even if he had, what good would it have done him? What would have been the use of those arms, that physique, and that noble soul without crises or conditions to stir into him action? Epictetus. Discourses. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Seneca. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone." Epictetus. Let the mind be disciplined to understand and to endure its own lot. Let it have the knowledge that there is nothing which fortune does not dare, that she has the same jurisdiction over empires as over emperors, the same power over cities as over the citizens who dwell therein. We must not cry out at any of these calamities. Into such a world have we entered, and under such laws do we live. Seneca. Make peace again with destiny, the destiny that unravels all ties. We are unequal at birth, but are equal in death. Seneca. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested. But when it is wasted in heedless luxury and spent on no good activity, we are forced at last by death's final constraint to realize that it has passed away before we knew it was passing. Seneca.
The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Receive without pride, let go without attachment. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius.
Nothing ought to be unexpected by us. Our minds should be sent forward in advance to meet all problems, and we should consider not what is wont to happen, but what can happen. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. It would be tedious to recount all the ways by which fate may come, but this one thing I know: all the works of mortal man have been doomed to mortality, and in the midst of things which have been destined to die, we live. Seneca.
Freedom isn't secured by filling up on your heart's desire, but by removing your desire. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the principles and notions which they form concerning things. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you know have was once among the things you only hope it for. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone." Epictetus. Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Time is like a river made up of the events which happen and a violent stream. For as soon as a thing has been seen, it is carried away, and another comes in its place, and this will be carried away too.